Morning, everyone. I'm Amina Hassan, a student of Beacon English Academy, Beacon of Excellence, Katsina, from Salih class. It's a privilege standing before wonderful lecturers, beautiful students, beautiful hall, and in this beautiful school, to present a paper on the effect of examination malpractice among students. But before I forge ahead, I would like to share with you a quick story of a man who died as a result of overdose given to him by his own child, who is a medical doctor. He was one of those rich men who will always pay for their children to pass any examination in school. Eventually, his own action killed him. And obviously, his son is one of the products of examination malpractice. Examination malpractice is an act that eats deep into my fabric as an individual and as a student like you. It has great consequences on the individuals involved, institutions of learning, communities, and the country at large. Dismissal, termination, lack of position, and lack of self-confidence are effects and have caused lots of embarrassment and suffering to individuals, families, and the nation. What is examination malpractice? Examination malpractice can simply be defined as an improper or illegal conduct by a candidate of an examination with the intention of passing the examination. Now, what are the types of examination malpractice? There are many forms of examination malpractice, but here are some. Firstly, tattoo. Secondly, impersonation. Thirdly, question paper leakage. Fourthly, expo. Fifthly, aiding of students. And sixthly, giraffing, and so on. The next items to be explained are the causes of examination malpractice. For every problem, there must be a cause for that problem. And the first cause of examination malpractice on my list is failure of our educational system. Secondly, poor parental upbringing. As it is rightly said that charity begins at home. Thirdly, undue emphasis on certificates. Fourthly, environmental factor. Fifthly, failure to prepare for the examination, because it is said that failing to plan is planning to fail. Sixthly, overpopulation. Seventhly, laziness, and eighthly, lack of reading culture. After explaining the definition, types, and causes of examination malpractice, the next items to be explained are the effects of examination malpractice. And the first effect of examination malpractice in my book is dearth of professionals in Nigeria. Believe it or not, if examination malpractice is not given a good fight in Nigeria, the country would definitely get to a stage where there will be dearth of professionals in every sector, such as professional doctors, lawyers, and even engineers in the country. Now imagine a country where there are a few number of good lawyers. Apparently, innocent citizens of that country will suffer for injustice. A country with no professional doctors, people will die because of little sicknesses. Secondly, decreasing the nation's integrity. Examination malpractice is gradually declining the nation's integrity, whereby some Nigerian students who prefer studying out of the country are finding it difficult to do so because of the fact that people who studied in Nigeria are valued lesser than those who study abroad. To me, this is a big slap on our face. Thirdly, increase in corruption rates. Corruption is one of the biggest problems Nigeria is having today. One of the consequences of examination malpractice is an increase in corruption rates. If students solely depend on examination malpractice to pass their examination, they will grow with the belief that cheating is not a nefarious activity. Undoubtedly, this will reflect every other aspect of their life. Youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Whatever attitude they inculcate in themselves today, we definitely grow with them. Firstly, lack of confidence in oneself. Lack of confidence is another effect of examination malpractice because the student involved will not be evaluated enough to face challenges in school. They will always depend on examination malpractice, and this will make their studies to be shambolic. Now, what are the panaceas or solutions to examination malpractice? As we all know, there is no problem in life without panacea to that problem. Here are some panaceas to break through this nefarious activity. And the first panacea is good parental upbringing, especially mothers. We are homemakers. We spend much time with our children. We are their first teachers, mentors, and their role models. So let's teach them morals. Let them know the implication of cheating. Let's investigate their school activities. And let's always tell them not to involve themselves in any degree property. Let's advise them to be evaluated. Let them know that examination malpractice is a criminal offense and is punishable under the law. Finally, let's try to bring them on in all their educational challenges. Secondly, increase in the salary of teachers and lecturers. Teachers are the backbone of any society. They are role models. They offer guidance and dedication and give young people the power of education. It is disheartening to see teachers who bring up leaders and affluent men in the society living in an absolute penury due to poor remuneration. Today, teachers are seen as low social class people because of the meager salary they receive. But to change the narrative, the government must ensure proper remuneration because teachers who are well paid would gladly discharge their duties. Thirdly, emphasizing the need for certificates. The need for certificates should be de-emphasized. Students should be weighed in both theoretical and practical aspects of their studies, not only by their certificates. Fourthly, creation of more schools and learning facilities. There should be creation of more schools in order to reduce the number of population we're having now. Learning facilities should also be provided, such as libraries, ICT labs, classrooms, writing materials, play areas, science laboratories. Fifthly, government should encourage education. Government should exert more effort in giving huge budgetary allocations to educational sector because the bedrock of every nation and honor is education. And I quote, destroying a nation does not require the usage of bomb or long-range missiles. It only requires lowering the quality of education and allowing people or students to cheat in an examination, according to Nelson Mandela. Sixthly, students should have reading culture. Today, a lot of students lack reading culture and researching. They prefer spending most of their time on social networks. And before you could be successful as a student, you need to read and inculcate into yourself the spirit of I can do it on my own. Seventhly, students should avoid laziness. Laziness is the reason behind all the criminal activities we have today. So students should avoid laziness, for a lazy man is an hungry man. Finally, my dear brothers and sisters, I urge you to avoid examination, malpractice, and laziness. Work hard. Read, and read. For after a storm comes a calm. And all your struggling in your studies will surely tell a story one day. Enough is enough. Let's join hands and say no to examination malpractice. Because whatever you do, either good or bad, will surely boomerang. Last but not least, I quote, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, according to Nelson Mandela. So be educated and never say die. This is where I'm going to stop because the time is glaring at me. And in order to give room for questions, suggestions, corrections, and even criticism, but positive criticism. Thanks for listening and wish you all the best and success in your studies. Thank you.